Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
An attack on a police officer is an attack on all of us.
A Wayne State University police officer is fighting for his life tonight after being shot in the head. And just moments ago, Local 4 cameras were rolling as police took this person of interest, as he's still described, into custody. Topping our news tonight at 11, the manhunt throughout the city of Detroit ended a short while ago.
Police say the officer was shot in an ambush attack on Detroit's west side, and we've just identified the officer as Colin Rose. This is a photograph of him with his canine.
Our Mara McDonald learning more about how that officer is doing tonight. We'll get to her in a moment. We'll start with Rod Maloney live at the scene of where all of this occurred tonight. Rod.
That's right. Right behind me, Devin, is where the officer's car is and where he was shot. Now, we're told that he was in the neighborhood investigating the thefts of navigation systems from vehicles throughout the neighborhood here, and that he had stopped somebody and was asking him about that when he was shot. The 5-year veteran of the Wayne State Force worked out of his scout car. In front of that cruiser rests a BMX bicycle. The officer reported he was questioning a man on it, and that's the last they heard from him. Detroit Police Chief James Craig says another Wayne State officer found him.
And when the first backup arrived, another Wayne State officer, he found the officer prone on his face down, suffering from what appeared to be one gunshot wound. Quickly, the officer transported him to a local hospital.
I heard it was 3 gunshots, and one behind the other.
Just steps from the scene lives Marlene Costello.
When you hear something like that close, and I've got a room full of windows, I didn't run to the window, but I got off of my bed and just got on the floor.
Immediately, dozens of police officers from local, state, and even federal agencies fanned out in a grid search. Only Local 4's night cam, Tim Pamplin, was there when Detroit police found DeAngelo Davis walking on the street 3.5 hours after the shooting, about a half-mile away on Selden near Trumbull.
There was a canine track. The dog did track to the person of interest. He was taken into custody without incident.
It's not often you see fully armored SWAT team members hugging.
And a suspect, for no apparent reason, decides to shoot an officer. So it's very troubling. It's a sad day, and we're just hoping for his recovery.
Now, there is no small irony in this arrest when you consider that it was a canine that was used to find the man. We also found out that the Wayne State police officer, the canine officer, also had named his dog Wolverine, and that was the nickname of one Patrick Hill, a Detroit police officer who died in the line of duty back in October of 2013. He, too, was shot. Back to you.
Wow. All right, Rod, and now he's still being described as a person of interest. So what does the capture of DeAngelo Davis mean for where the investigation is at this hour?
Well, at this point, the helicopter is still up. Now, the police are saying that they have their person of interest in custody, but there's still much to do with this investigation. One of the things that they need to do is to find the gun that was used to shoot the officer.
Yeah.
And as of about a few minutes ago, the ATF put out a $5,000 reward for that weapon. And you can call 888-ATF-TIPS if, in fact, you know anything about that at all.
888-ATF-TIPS for more help on that.
Yes.
All right, Rod.